Oh my goodness, there's a bear. We just got a bear and it's up on a tree. Absolutely amazing encounter. I am here in Japan and right now I am at the Togakushi Botanical Gardens, which is in the Nagano prefecture, trying to find some birds and do some wildlife photography. So let's see what we can find today. I've been spending some time just at the entrance of the Botanical Gardens. I'm actually photographing these birds that are just hanging around the entrance and trying to see if I can get some nice shots of them. Because I'm fairly unfamiliar with the birds here in Japan, one of my favorite strategies in unfamiliar places is to just listen out for the bird calls and then find a place where I can hear an abundance of bird calls and just stay in that spot and wait it out. So I'd wait anywhere from half an hour to an hour and see if the birds will, come down lower, closer to eye level so that I can get some photos of them. So right now that's what I'm doing. I'm just right here in the middle of a spot in the forest where I've heard a number of different bird calls. So I'm just going to wait it out here and see if I can get anything. So the forests here are unlike what I'm quite used to back home, the tropical rainforest of Southeast Asia. Over here it's more temperate, the weather is a lot cooler, so it's much more pleasant to walk in and I actually don't sweat while hiking over here, which I think is an added bonus of course. So I heard the call of this flycatcher and right now I'm actually trying to get some photos and videos of it. It's really high up on the tree and it's a really small tiny bird, very beautiful, blue and yellow colored, but really difficult to get because it's so far away right now and a little bit elevated from my position. So I'm just going to wait out over here and see if it comes down to a better position so I can get a nicer photograph of it. So that's it for me here in Togakushi Botanical Gardens, and although I managed to spot quite a number of different species of birds, it was actually really difficult to get good photographs of them because of how high they were or how far away they were. So next up I'm going to Karuizawa for the next 3 days and I'm hoping to see more animals over there. But first, let me talk about the supporter for this trip and this video, and that is Eizo. I had the privilege of being invited to Eizo's factory in Kanazawa, where I witnessed firsthand the creation of some of the world's most high-end monitors. These monitors are extensively used in diverse industries, including healthcare, maritime, and creative enterprises. What impressed me the most was Eizo's meticulous attention to detail. Every monitor undergoes inspection by both human eyes and machines. It was inspiring to see such a high level of quality applied to cutting-edge visual technologies. Special thanks to Eizo for giving me the opportunity to see behind the scenes and for supporting this video and trip. So now I'm headed out of Nagano into Karuizawa. Let's go! Just arrived in Karuizawa. I'm gonna go pick up the car now, and that will be my main mode of transportation around Karuizawa for the next 3 days. So right off the bat, I think I like this town a lot better than where I was previously in Tokyo and Nagano. This place is a lot quieter, there are a lot less tourists, a lot less people, and I much prefer something like that over the crowded areas, even in Nagano. So I think I'm going to enjoy the next couple of days here in this town. I just got the paperwork settled and now I'm just waiting for the car. Exciting. Safe and sound in the rental car. Let's go. So now I'm on my way to the accommodation where I'll be staying for the next 3 nights, and from there that's the gateway to the Karuizawa Wild Bird Sanctuary, where I will be going every single day for the next 3 days, and hopefully we'll be able to see some wild birds as well as a bear, hopefully in the next coming days. Check out my accoms for the next 3 days. Looks pretty nice, huh? I'm here at the entrance of the Karuizawa Wild Bird Sanctuary, and this is supposed to be a pretty famous place for bird watching in Japan. So let's see what we can find, and hopefully we'll be able to photograph some nice species of birds today. So upon entering the park, there is a pond just at the entrance here, and one of the first things that I noticed is a pair of, I think they are ducks, just on the pond surface. So right now I'm just going to get some pictures of them, and I'm bringing my camera as low to the water as possible so I can get eye level shots of these birds. Right now I'm just in front of this small pond, and I know that water bodies always attract different kinds of birds to come around, so I'm just going to wait out here for a short while and see if anything turns up at this pond. I can actually hear some of the bird calls just around me here. They sound from quite high up on the trees, so I'm not sure if they'll come down or not, but let's wait and see what happens. In one of the most unlikely places, I actually found a tiger keelback, which is a venomous snake that can be found in Japan, and it's right here inside these rocks. So these tiger keelbacks, these snakes, they are very shy and elusive, and they like to go under the rocks and hide there when they see me. So it's going to be quite difficult to photograph and film them. I am now about to head on a night drive with the Picchio Wildlife Research Center. So this is the vehicle that we have right behind me this way, and we're going to see if we can find any of the nocturnal wildlife over in Karuizawa. I just returned from the night drive, and although I can't really show you what it was like being on that drive because it was actually fairly dark and I couldn't really film the experience of it, I can actually show you some of the animals that I managed to encounter and photograph. So I definitely did see quite a bit of deer. Those were fairly common throughout the entire drive. But what was really cool was being able to see a pair of foxes actually hunt and catch a mouse or a rat. And that's really cool for me because it's my first time ever seeing a fox, and being able to see one actually in action, or rather a pair of them in action, is definitely a very unique experience for me. So the first order of business today is to climb up to an observation area and see what kind of animals we can see from that particular viewpoint. I went on this climb with a staff member from the Picchio Wildlife Research Center. The hike went on for about 2 hours. It was steep and pretty intense, while I watched the dense forest give way to open mountainous terrain. A little bit of adventure, yeah? So we just arrived at the observation area, and this is where we are hoping to see if we can spot any of the wild animals. And that was a pretty tough climb. After some waiting, we caught a glimpse of a Japanese seral, a goat that is typically found in mountain forests, and also a target animal I had hoped to photograph. And finally, oh my goodness, there is a bear. We just got a bear and it's up on a tree. So this is the Asiatic black bear. I can show it to you, but it's kind of hidden by the leaves and all that, and it's a bit shy, so it's refusing to really show its face that much. But gosh, this is so exciting. I mean, this is my first time ever seeing a bear in the wild, and that's super cool, I think, to be able to see such an animal right here in the forests of Japan. Absolutely amazing encounter. Overall, I think I'm pretty happy with what I saw. I think I expected a lot more birds, given that the places that I've picked were actually known to be birding hotspots. But I think because of the season that I'm currently in, it's summer season and the trees are very tall and the birds are usually hiding up on these trees, it's very difficult for me to get nice photos and video clips of them. But I think what surprised me was being able to see a variety of different mammals that I did not expect to encounter on this trip. So that was really quite a bonus for me. So yeah, definitely I would love to come back and see more of the wildlife that Japan has to offer. We'll be back again. Till next time.